I found the group chat by accident. Pure, stupid accident that changed everything. Natalie had left her laptop open on the kitchen counter, Gmail notification blinking like a neon sign. I wasn't snooping, just moving it so I could make coffee. But there it was, right on the screen. Operation Ghost, 4 members. My finger hovered over the trackpad. Something cold settled in my stomach. I clicked. Jade. Day 12 of invisible treatment. How's he handling it? Sophie. Natalie says he's getting quieter. Good sign? Tristan. Girl, this is genius. If he doesn't get the hint soon, we escalate. Natalie. He made dinner last night and I didn't acknowledge it. Didn't even look at him. He just stood there like a lost puppy. My coffee mug slipped. I caught it before it hit the floor, hands trembling. Jade. Perfect. Keep it up. A month of this, and he'll either leave or become the doormat you need. Natalie. Darius thinks I should just tell him straight up, but this is more fun. Why be direct when you can be creative? Darius. Who the hell was Darius? I scrolled up, my graphic designer brain cataloging every detail like I was analyzing a client's brand disaster, except this was my marriage imploding in real time. The plan was methodical, surgical. They'd mapped out 4 weeks of complete emotional invisibility. No acknowledgement, no responses, no eye contact. The goal was simple: make me disappear from my own life. Sophie. What if he fights back? Natalie. Eli? Please. He designs logos for dental offices. The man couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. I stared at that line until my eyes watered. Eli Mercer, 33, apparently too pathetic to deserve basic human decency from his own wife. My phone buzzed. Text from Natalie. Working late again, don't wait up. Working late with Darius, apparently. I closed the laptop, poured my coffee, and sat in our kitchen, my kitchen since I paid the rent, processing what I'd just discovered. 4 weeks of psychological warfare, orchestrated by the woman who promised to love me forever. The smart play was confrontation, couples therapy, adult conversation. Instead, I smiled. If Natalie wanted invisible, I'd give her invisible, but not the way she expected. I opened my own laptop and started a new document. Project Vanish, Phase 1. 2 could play this game. Before we dive deeper into this story, I have one small request. Please subscribe, drop a like, comment, and hit that hype button to boost this channel so more people can discover these incredible Reddit stories. The beauty of being a graphic designer is that I understand branding. And right now, my brand was pathetic husband who takes abuse quietly. Time for a rebrand. I started small. Natalie came home that night to find her favorite coffee missing. Not thrown away, just relocated to my office downtown. She opened the cabinet, frowned, then shrugged it off. Day 2. I rearranged the furniture. Nothing dramatic, just shifted everything 3 inches to the left. She kept bumping into things, looking confused. Eli? She called out. Did you move the couch? I was sitting right there, reading. I didn't respond. After all, I was supposed to be invisible. Her face flushed. Eli, I'm talking to you. Silence. She stomped to the bedroom. I heard her texting furiously, probably updating the group chat about my weird behavior. By day 5, I'd removed every trace of myself from the bathroom. My toothbrush, shampoo, razor, all relocated to the guest bathroom. Natalie stood in the doorway, staring at the empty counter space where my stuff used to be. What's your game? She muttered. I was getting warmed up. Phase 2 began when I intercepted her mail. Nothing illegal. I just grabbed it first and read everything. Credit card statements, bank notices, that subscription to the expensive yoga studio she claimed she'd canceled. More interesting was the letter from her sister Emma in California. Apparently, Natalie had been planning a post-divorce celebration trip for months. Post-divorce. They were already planning my exit strategy. I photographed everything. built a nice digital portfolio of lies and deception. My design skills were finally paying off in an unexpected way. The group chat, which I'd figured out how to monitor through her synced iPad, was getting frantic. Jade. He's acting strange. Too calm. Tristan. Maybe he's finally cracking? Natalie. No, this is different. It's like he's playing along but wrong. Sophie. Should we abort? Natalie. Absolutely not. Darius says men like Eli need to be broken down completely before they accept reality. Darius again. The mysterious puppet master I'd never met. That night, I cooked dinner for one, set the table for one, ate in complete silence while Natalie watched from the living room, her confusion growing by the minute. Seriously, what's wrong with you? She finally snapped. I looked right through her, carried my plate to the sink, and went to bed. She followed me, standing in the doorway like she was afraid to enter. Eli, you're scaring me. I almost broke, almost turned around and demanded explanations, apologies, anything that resembled the woman I'd married 3 years ago. Instead, I pulled out my phone and opened my notes app, started typing while she watched. What are you writing? I held up the screen. Invisible means gone. Her face went white. I moved out on a Tuesday. Not dramatically. I'm not that guy. I waited until Natalie left for work, then systematically removed every single thing I'd ever brought into that apartment. Clothes, books, kitchen gadgets, even the shower curtain I'd bought because she hated the old one. The coffee machine was the last thing. She'd bought it for my birthday, back when she still pretended to care about my happiness. I left it on the counter with a note. Thanks for the memories. By 3 p.m., the apartment looked like a bachelor pad that someone had tried to make homey but failed. All the warmth, all the personality, gone. I left my key on the kitchen counter next to a single sheet of paper. Invisible means gone. D. My new place was a furnished studio above Mick's bar downtown. Mick Patterson had been my best friend since college, and when I'd called him that morning, he'd just said, "About time, brother." I was unpacking my laptop when my phone started buzzing. Natalie, calling repeatedly. I let it ring. By evening, I had 17 missed calls and 43 text messages. The progression was fascinating from a psychological standpoint. 3:47 p.m. Eli, what's going on? Call me. 4:15 p.m. This isn't funny. Where are you? 5:22 p.m. I'm sorry about the invisible thing, okay? It was stupid. Come home. 6:33 p.m. Answer your phone. 7:45 p.m. I know you're reading these. Stop being childish. 8:51 p.m. Fine, be that way. See if I care. The group chat, which I was still monitoring, told a different story. Natalie. He's gone. Completely gone. Took everything. Jade. What do you mean, gone? Natalie. I mean gone. The apartment looks like a crime scene. All his stuff vanished. Sophie. Maybe he's just staying at a hotel, making a point? Tristan. Honey, this is what you wanted. He got the message. Natalie. Not like this. This feels wrong. Jade. Wrong how? Natalie. Like he planned it. Like he was waiting for the right moment. Smart girl. Too bad she'd figured it out too late. I poured myself a drink. Mick had stocked the mini fridge with good whiskey and opened my laptop. Time for phase 3. I'd spent the last week documenting everything. Screenshots of the group chat, photos of her credit card statements, copies of emails between her and Darius that I'd found in her deleted folder. Darius Novak, as it turned out, was a 35-year-old freelance consultant who specialized in helping unhappy wives transition to their authentic selves. His LinkedIn profile was a masterpiece of vague buzzwords and stock photo confidence. He also had a girlfriend in Portland and another one in Boston. Natalie wasn't transitioning to authenticity. She was joining a rotation. I created a beautiful presentation. Professional layout, clean fonts, compelling narrative arc. The Real Darius Novak, a portfolio. Then I sent it to everyone in Natalie's contact list. My phone started ringing again around 10 p.m. This time it wasn't just Natalie. The fallout was spectacular. Natalie's sister Emma called me first. "Eli, what the hell is going on? Natalie's crying, saying you've lost your mind." "Have you seen the presentation?" I asked. Silence. Then, "The one about Darius?" "Yeah, I saw it." "What did you think?" "I think my sister's an idiot, but sending it to her boss was pretty harsh." I hadn't meant to send it to her boss. That was an accident. Her work email was right next to her personal one in the contacts, but I wasn't about to admit that. "She made her choices, Emma." "So did you. This is nuclear, Eli." "Good." The group chat was in complete meltdown. Sophie: "Did you guys see what Eli sent out about Darius?" Jade: "How did he even get this information?" Tristan: "The man's a graphic designer, not a private investigator. This is insane." Natalie: "He's been watching us, somehow, this whole time." Sophie: "The invisible thing was your idea." Jade: "Don't blame Natalie, we all agreed." Tristan: "Well, we all screwed up. This Darius guy is a complete fraud." Natalie: "I'm going to lose my job over this." She was right. Her boss at the marketing firm had received the presentation along with everyone else, and apparently didn't appreciate learning that his employee was planning to quit without notice for a spiritual journey, with a man who collected vulnerable women like baseball cards, but I wasn't done. Phase 4 required leaving my apartment. I walked downstairs to Mick's bar, where half the neighborhood was already talking about the drama. Small towns love gossip, and I'd just provided premium content. "Eli," Mrs. Callahan from my old building waved me over. She was nursing a martini and looked thrilled. I always knew that girl was trouble. Too pretty, too friendly. Nobody's that nice without an agenda. "Thanks, Mrs. Callahan. You did the right thing exposing her. That poor boy Darius, though." "Darius isn't a victim," I said firmly. "He's a predator." She nodded sagely. "Well, you'd know better than me. Buy you a drink?" I was about to accept when I saw him. Tall, dark hair, expensive jacket that screamed, "I'm more successful than I actually am." He was scanning the room like he was looking for someone. Darius Novak had come to find me. I walked over before he could spot me. "You must be Darius." He turned, and I saw the exact moment he recognized me. His confident smile faltered. "Eli, we should talk." "I agree." Mick appeared beside us like magic. "Everything okay here, Eli?" "Fine, Mick. Darius was just leaving. Actually, I was hoping we could have a conversation. Man to man." I laughed. Couldn't help it. "Man to man? You've been sleeping with my wife while she psychologically tormented me for 3 weeks. What exactly do you want to discuss?" The bar had gone quiet. Everyone was watching now. Darius glanced around nervously. "Look, I didn't know about the invisible thing. Natalie said you two were separated." "And the other girlfriends? Were they separated too?" His face flushed. "I don't know what you're talking about." I pulled out my phone, opened the photo gallery. "Portland Sarah, Boston Michelle, should I keep going?" "You're insane." "I'm thorough, there's a difference." He stepped closer, trying to intimidate me. "You've ruined everything. Natalie lost her job because of your little stunt. Natalie lost her job because she's a liar and a cheat. I just provided documentation. You think you're so smart? I think I'm done with this conversation." I turned to walk away, but he grabbed my arm. "We're not finished." The bar went completely silent. I looked down at his hand on my arm, then back up at his face. "Yes, we are." Mick stepped forward. "Time to go, friend." Darius released my arm but didn't back down. "This isn't over." "Actually, it is." I pulled out my phone again, opened a new email. "I've got enough evidence to report your visa fraud to immigration. Want to test me?" His face went white. "You're bluffing. Try me." He left without another word. The bar erupted in applause. Natalie showed up at my apartment at midnight. I heard her arguing with Mick downstairs, then footsteps on the stairs. She knocked like she was trying to break down the door. "Eli, I know you're in there." I opened the door. She looked terrible, red eyes, messy hair, still wearing the same clothes from yesterday. "We need to talk." "No, we don't. Please, just 5 minutes." Against my better judgment, I let her in. She sat on my couch like she belonged there, like we were still married, still a team. "I'm sorry," she said. "The invisible thing was cruel. I know that now." "Do you?" "Yes. And I'm sorry about Darius. You were right about him." I waited. He's been lying to me about everything. His job, his feelings, other women. I feel like such an idiot. "You should," she flinched. "I deserve that." "You deserve worse." "Eli, please. I know I messed up, but we can fix this. We can go to counseling, start over." "Start over?" I laughed. "Natalie, you spent 3 weeks trying to emotionally destroy me. You and your friends treated me like a psychology experiment. You planned my exit from our marriage like it was a marketing campaign." "I know, but—" "You cheated on me. You lied to me. You tried to make me disappear from my own life." Tears were streaming down her face now. I was confused, scared. The marriage felt stagnant, and Jade said, "I don't care what Jade said. I care what you did." She was quiet for a long moment. Then, "So that's it? 3 years of marriage gone?" "You ended our marriage the day you started Operation Ghost. I just made it official." She stood up, wiped her eyes. "I never meant for it to go this far." "But you meant for it to go somewhere. You meant to hurt me, to break me down, to make me so miserable that I'd either leave or become whatever pathetic version of a husband you thought you deserved." "Yes," she whispered. "Then we're done here." She walked to the door, then turned back. "For what it's worth, I did love you once. I know, I loved you too. That's what makes this so unforgivable." After she left, I sat in my apartment and felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, no relief. Just empty. My phone buzzed. Text message from an unknown number. "Saw your presentation. Going through something similar. Coffee sometime?" Rachel. I stared at the message for a long time. Then I typed back, "Sure, but I should warn you, I'm recently visible again. Still adjusting." "Perfect. I prefer visible men. They're easier to trust." I smiled for the first time in weeks. Outside my window, the city was waking up. New day, new life, new possibilities. Invisible means gone. But gone doesn't always mean lost. Sometimes it means free.